I think, for Jennifer. Yeah, she's coming. Sorry. She had to cool off. She went for a job. I'll move you down.
What? Okay, we'll call to order the June 2024 meeting of the Homewood Planning Commission. If we could start with a roll call, please.
All right. Mr. Henniger. Here. Ms. Wilcott. Mr. Harwell. Mr. Respento.
Here.
Mr. Armstead.
Here.
Mr. Broadhead. Ms. Andress.
Here.
Mr. Gulas. And Mr. Roberts.
Here. Okay, we have, in our packets, we had the April 2024 very abbreviated meeting minutes. I took a look. They looked good to me. Does anyone else have any changes or proposed changes? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so minutes pass. All right, moving on to communications. Mr. Armstead, do you have any communications as vice chair?
No, sir.
Okay, I have a couple this month. One is we are very appreciative. Eric Henninger from sitting to my left is taking over the designated planning commission spot on the Complete Street Committee. So we'd like to welcome him to that and thank him for his service on another committee.
Yeah,
The pay is exactly the same, I think. So don't look at your pay stub and expect anything different. But, so anyway, but thank you for your service and thank you, Mr. Armstead, for sitting in that seat up till now.
Hey, I got you.
And then secondly, we won't know this until we've had a survey of the other members of the commission, but it's entirely possible we will move the July 2nd meeting to July 9 because of its proximity to July 4th, but we will certainly inform the public if that does take place. All right, with that, we'll move on to new business. The first case tonight is RZ 24-06-01, relates to 2917 Linden Avenue. The applicant is Virginia Allen. If you could come forward and first state your name, write your name and address in the on the ledger there, and then tell us what your case is about.
I'm Jenny Allen, longtime owner of 2917, 2919 Linden Avenue. And my request is to change the zoning from an existing C1 to a C4A. You want my home address on this or the business address on this?
Home
Home address?
home address, yeah.
Okay, that's what I did. Mr. Goodwin explained this really well in the pre-meeting. So basically, the C1 is office district, whereas the C4A is retail shopping. And as the office space is not in demand as much as it has been, with the pandemic and just the way businesses are done now with so many remote workers. It would be more consistent with the street to go to a C4 zoning. And it would be better for a potential buyer. And Full Circle is interested in making this location its permanent location. It is currently on Linden Avenue. Chase Strassner is the owner of 2919 Linden, and he had his property rezoned. He was C1 and was rezoned as a C4 in 2022. So that leaves my C1, the only C1 left on the street. When I mentioned my rezoning to other property owners, they have been very positive. And there certainly is a new energy on Linden that everyone would welcome a renovation and addition that would happen. So that is a really positive thing. Chase Strassner, Mark Westfall, who is the owner of Caveat, Brian Krogsgaard, they have all been very supportive and written letters. So that is a big plus. And if you all are not familiar with Linden, my property in the packet, the first picture is the subject property from Linden. And then the second picture is literally the back from the newly resurfaced Savage's parking lot. Looking at the back, and you'll see Christopher Collection, and then the alley to the side, and the back of the current duplex, which is Linden. The third picture is literally Pebblehurst, because I am right next door to Pebblehurst. And it's a wonderful property and very much C4. So I also noticed that it is the retail for the year nominee, I think it said, which is really nice. The fourth image is from the inside front on the 2917 side, looking out onto the 2916 Chase Strassner property and the side alley. And the new building will be, I haven't seen the renderings, but they are working on them. It will be in keeping with the design of the current neighbors. The fifth image is straight down the street toward Vulcan, where everybody is C4. And it's been wonderful. I've owned this. I was introduced to this building in 1981 as a tenant. I was a tenant on the 2919 side. And 2917 was a lovely English antiques. She later moved to a building on 18th near Shea's, and I occupied the entire building. And in 1985, I had an opportunity to purchase the building. So I have owned it since 1985, and I've seen many, many changes on Linden. But it's wonderful to see the new energy now. And it will be wonderful for me to see the new life that my little building has and the vision that Full Circle has. They have such a good mission. I think it would just be a real plus for the community to have within a 2-block area the Exceptional Foundation, Biddy and Bowes, the new adaptive park, Bell Center, and then straight down that alley, Full Circle. So I hope this zoning, they will certainly have a, construction to do, but I hope this is going to be a reality for the community. If I can answer any questions, please let me know. Leslie McDonald is here. The rabbi was not able to come tonight, but she can answer more questions about the business, if that would help you.
Thank you. We'll have questions. If we do have questions, they'll be after we have to open it up
Okay.
to the public, and then we'll close that. And
Sounds great. Thank you.
With that said, we will open up the public portion of the hearing. If anyone here wants to come speak to this case, this will be your opportunity. And seeing no one, we will close the public portion. I was trying to hurry up so you wouldn't get all the way back to your chair. Sorry. So you could please come back up, and if the commission has any questions.
Well, I would just ask to hear a little bit about the business that's going to be.
Yeah, so Full Circle, I don't know if y'all know where we are, if you've been in there, but we employ and train individuals with special needs. So during the school year, we work with Mountain Brook High School, Homewood, and Vestavia High School, and they bring over their special needs kids to train in the store to give them real life experience to then be able to go and work, hopefully somewhere else. But then we also have adults that are 25, 26, 53 years old that are special needs individuals that work here full time at Full Circle. And then we're run off of volunteers, so we don't have any, I'm their most full-time employee.
And it's a clothing store, is that right?
It's clothing, and it's donations only. So we're not a consignment store. It's all donations.
Thank you.
Would
Any
you
other
be sure to
questions?
write your name down and address?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Fred. If there are no further questions, I would entertain a motion.
A second.
I didn't
She need a first motion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like the motion.
Oh, yeah, then I'll second it. Did y'all think I made it? I'm sorry. I'll second that motion. Johnny?
All right. Okay. Then Mr. Respento,
Yes.
Mr. Armstead,
Yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Ms. Andress.
Yes.
And Mr. Roberts.
Yes. So your application will go forward with a positive recommendation, if I vote, recommendation to City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, our next and final piece of new business is a rezoning request, a resurvey request, 24-06-02, relating to 1406 and 1408 Sutherland Place. The applicant is Carissa Howell. Whoever's here to present this case, if you could come forward now, please. And also, again, if you just write your name down and your residential address and then state it for the
Yes,
record.
sir. My name's Scotty Dreer. I'm with Wygan. My residential address is 1167 Eagle Drive. On this subject, or this subdivision case, we're simply just adjusting one of the property lines for Miss Susan so she can get a bigger driveway in the rear, or from the alley so she can get another driveway, or bigger one. And then we're kind of cleaning up the other side because it already is like a lot, and then like the west half of another lot. So it's kind of cleaning it up with the approval of this one. So
Okay, well, we will now open up the public portion of the hearing. If anyone here wants to speak to this case, this is your opportunity. And again, seeing no one, will close the public portion and open up for questions.
I know I missed the pre-meeting because of the meeting behind us, and I apologize, but I was trying to understand it from my packet, and I apologize again for missing the pre-meeting, but Brian, can you put the pictures up? So we are resurveying 2 lots into one to make it one residential lot?
2 lots into 2 lots.
Two lots and two lots, but we're moving the border
Yes,
of
ma'am.
one of the
We're
lots?
moving the border of one of them to the east, like 12-ish feet,
Okay.
and
To the-
then,
To the west,
or west, yeah.
yeah.
And it's the same owners of
Yes.
both lots?
Yes.
I know, I'm sorry. I know you guys covered all this. I apologize. Uh-huh. Okay, I got it, okay. Like the one that was over on Oxford Circle, Oxmoor Circle a while back? Okay, gotcha, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, but to reiterate, to move the lot line between the two lots 12 feet to the west,
Yeah.
making that larger, and then there's a existing situation on the other lot where there you have a lot and a little piece of another property, so you're erasing the lot line, resurveying into the same, doing that simultaneously with this other resurvey. So
Okay.
but they're both owned by the same individual, and so, yeah, just.
And we discussed this in the pre-meeting, but my understanding is that both new lots would meet all NPD requirements in terms of,
Are there any
street frontage, et cetera.
structures that get into the setbacks or anything, or is that gonna cause any issues, or?
I don't think
no
so.
worries? Okay,
The one over on the left side on this map is, it's crammed as far on this side lot as you
Okay.
can, in the same way over there. Like it's, basically, there's a big grassy area and she just wants to
I
slide it
gotcha.
over. So,
Both, there are two existing homes, one on each lot, so the houses themselves are not changing.
Not
It's just
changing.
to allow additional land to build that driveway from the access from the rear lot is the main purpose. And then to clean up that other lot, which is a zoning lot, and to erase that lot line and put it into one. So,
Motion to approve. Case RS 24-06-02.
second?
all right. Mr. Respento,
Yes.
Mr. Armstead,
Yes.
Mr. Henninger,
Yes.
Ms. Andress,
Yes.
and Mr. Roberts.
Yes, so your case passes 5-0. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, moving along, do we have any communications this evening from staff?
I have one. We'd like to welcome Hunter Martin, who just joined us a couple weeks ago as our planning technician. So
Nice.
Oh, excellent.
Welcome.
Excellent.
Yay.
Welcome, Hunter.
Nice.
Yes, well,
All these meetings will be exactly like this.
And of course, also to thank Eric and Winslow for their service on the Complete Streets Committee.
Okay, on that note, we'll adjourn the meeting.
Awesome.
6:16?
Yeah.